All right, fans, I've got things cranked up a little bit to try to drown out the musical entertainment. This Bowling Green tournament is always at peak volume, and I like that, but it does strain my voice just a little bit. This, as always, is Adam Presswood. Chris and I are about 5 minutes away from coming at you live from the Bowling Green High School gym for the first round of their annual tournament. We just watched Bowling Green defeat the Silex Lady Owls. Winfield, my fault, by a final score of, was it 53-12? 53-12, I think, so a tough loss for Winfield. And we're about to square off against the Van Far Lady Indians, so once again, Indian on Indian. And Van Far will send out, in no particular order or combination, Jordan Garner. She is a 5'9" junior, wearing number 1. Anna Lynn Colwell, wearing number 2. She is a 5'6" freshman. Katie Elsie, wearing number 5. She is a 5'10" sophomore. Reagan Case, wearing number 10. She's a 5'5" senior. Alex Conaway, wearing number 14. She is a 5'3" senior. Elise Jensen, wearing number 15. She is a 5'5" sophomore. Morgan McDowell, wearing number 21. She is a 5'6" senior. Vanessa Martinez, wearing number 22. She is a 5' junior. Jaylee Jennings, wearing number 23. She is a 5'9" junior. Hannah Conaway, wearing number 24. She is a 5'3" freshman. Olivia, and I messed this up last time. I actually think it's supposed to be Grady and not Grady, but I'm still not entirely sure. Wearing number 30. She is a 5'9" sophomore. And Gina Clausen, wearing number 34. She is a 5'7" senior. And rounding out the herd, Kenzie Kurz, wearing number 55, a 5'7" senior. The head coach is listed as Kelly Borchert. The assistant coach is Sam Utterback. Managers are Colby Walton and Michaela McAfee. And the statistician is Mark McDowell. For Ellsbury, we're going to see number 2, Kaylee Martin, a 5'4" senior. Number 4, Tanisha Henderson, a 5'2" freshman. Number 5, Sophia Vaughn, a 5'5" sophomore. Number 10, Claire Henry, a 5'11" junior. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler, a 5'7" freshman. Kaylin Dowell, wearing number 14. She's a 5'5" freshman. Josie Horn, number 15, a 5'7" sophomore. Sydney Pickard, wearing number 20, a 5'8" senior. Tess Weekly, wearing number 24, a 5'7" junior. Megan Hagemeyer, wearing number 25, a 5'10" junior. Bristol Jones, wearing number 31, a 6'1" freshman. Madison Kinsler, wearing number 32, a 5'7" senior. Anna St. Pierre, wearing number 41, a 5'9" senior. And Tyra Henderson, wearing number 43, a 5'7" freshman. The head coach for Ellsbury's girls is Carrie Koch-Dowell. Assistant coaches are Trudy Bull and Brittany Koch-Dowell. We're going to stick with you. The clock shows another minute 30 left in warm-ups. But I have learned not to trust that because they sometimes wrap up warm-ups a little bit early. So we're not going to run to commercial just yet. I have been told that despite my best efforts, I am still messing up Tyra and Tanisha Henderson. I will do my best tonight to not make that same mistake. All right, we'll be right back after our national anthem. Actually, I'll leave the mics open for that. right, I don't often do that, but if it's something other than a pre-recorded version of our national anthem, I like to spotlight the kids or the bands that work so hard to perform for us.
This is the 93rd Bowling Green basketball tournament, and tonight's game is between the number 4 seed, the Ellsbury Lady Indians, and the visiting number 5 seed, the Van Far Lady Indians.
This should be an interesting matchup. Ellsbury ranked 4th in this tournament. Van Far ranked 5th. Van Far, of course, did beat Ellsbury's girls a week or so ago during the second part of a doubleheader at home. For Van Far, they're going to start number 1, Jordan Garner. Number 5, Katie Elsie. Number 10, Reagan Case. Number 14, Alex Conaway. And number 23, Jaylee Jennings.
This is the coach, Sam Motherback. Now it's the home team, the Ellsbury Lady Indians.
Starting for Ellsbury, number 2, Kaylee Martin. Number 10, Claire Henry. Number 24, Tess Weekly. Number 25, Megan Hagemeyer. And number 32, Madison Kinsler. All right, Megan Hagemeyer will be jumping against Jaylee Jennings, and it doesn't look like either one's given up any height, but I can't tell for sure. It's pretty even. Megan might have an inch or so. And Hagemeyer has it and tips it into Kaylee Martin in the backcourt. She hung on barely, and now Tess Weekly brings it across the timelines. She's over on the left side now. She's going to dribble in all the way to the paint. There's a bounce pass to Hagemeyer, and it went in amid major traffic. It's 2-0 early for Ellsbury, and Van Far throws it away. All right. Weekly with a long and dangerous pass to Hagemeyer. And she gets tied up. We're going to have a jump ball, and it's going to favor Van Far. She couldn't have been more off balance when she caught that.
No, but she caught it kind of in an awkward position also.
A steal by Weekly. Ellsbury's off to a furious start into the paint.
No.
The bounce intended for Madison Kinsler. It's off her foot, I think. Oh, no. Last touched by Van Far. That's a shocker. Hagemeyer with the bounce pass into Weekly. Weekly bounces it right back. Hagemeyer double teamed. And the baseline pass intended for Claire Henry is out of bounds, but once again it was last touched by Van Far. So everything really going Ellsbury's way so far. Madison Kinsler with the high pass to Hagemeyer. It's thrown out of bounds. This time Van Far will get it back.
Oh.
Just a little too much momentum.
It happens.
It does. Tess Weekly just ran right into the back of a Van Far player. I'm not sure which one. And now Kaylee Martin does the same thing.
They're playing aggressive though, so you gotta enjoy those.
All right, no pressure at all in the backcourt now as Van Far inbounds and Jennings brings it across. She hurt us badly last time. Couple of three-pointers at the buzzer. There's a three taken by Van Far that's no good. They get the rebound. The putback's no good. They get the second rebound. That putback doesn't fall, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellsbury.
Oh, she's wide open.
For three, Van Far misses. Tess Weekly with the rebound, if you can call it that. And she nearly loses her footing and the dribble. Barely hangs on to both. Hagemeyer for the long two. It's no good. And Ellsbury had no rebounders. There is a near steal by Madison Kinsler, but Jennings got it back for Van Far. A steal by Weekly. What a game so far. Weekly's going to take it all the way to the glass. It does not fall. Wow.
They're letting the girls play.
All right, Tyra Henderson checks in for Ellsbury now as Claire Henry takes a seat. All right, Madison Kinsler inbounds now to Weekly in the backcourt, and this game has all of a sudden slowed way down, and maybe it needed to. There were a lot of wasted opportunities on both ends. There's a bounce to Henderson at the high post. She spins around and gives it back to Weekly. Weekly off the glass.
Draws the foul.
And the foul. Weekly buries the shot, and it's a 5-0 Ellsbury lead. Pardon me.
Oh.
Henderson there to force the jump. Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
She seems like she always is.
Yeah, and she seems when it happens like she was just waiting for it. She didn't, move around to force it. Weekly with the pass to Kinsler over on the right side. Kinsler to Hagemeyer near the top of the key. I'd be shocked to see Megan take that shot, but proud as well. Weekly with the high pass to Hagemeyer, who's double teamed. And there's a 3-second violation against Ellsbury.
Yeah, they're pretty much double teaming Hagemeyer as soon as she catches the ball. Sucks for Megan, but should open somebody else up.
That's right. Jennings now on the outside for Van Far. There's a pass to Garner. Garner for three, and it bounces in. That cuts Ellsbury's lead to 2.
Much as I hate to say it.
Madison Kinsler for 3 from the top of the key, and it clips Webbing.
Hagemeyer's going to have to get quick with her passing if they're going to double team her all night long.
Into Garner in the paint, who bounces it back out. Van Far looking for the 3. And they throw it away. Kinsler has it. Into Kaylee Martin, who draws the block. The shot doesn't fall. We've got a timeout taken by Van Far. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
Coming out of the timeout, Martin heads to the stripe. Ellsbury leading by 5. I might add that Martin's mother is sitting below me and to my left and can't look. She's burying her head during free throws as Martin hits the first. And buries the second as well. It puts Ellsbury up by 7. Nice ball movement by Van Far, and
Nice
Garner
job.
lays it in off the glass. She and Jennings both combined to put a big dent in us. What, a week and a half ago, Chris?
Something like that.
I'm losing my days now.
3 weeks maybe.
Kinsler again from the top of the key. Buries another one. Jennings for 3. It's off the back. Rebounded by Martin, who slows down against the much quicker Jennings, wisely so. And now Weekly with possession.
Oh, they called a foul on Madison Kinsler.
Away from the ball.
An elbow.
Yeah. I don't think anybody saw it, but that third ref.
I
That's why
didn't
they've
either.
got 3 of them in these tournaments. Claire Henry checks in for Megan Hagemeyer. Garner on the outside. Nice pressure by Martin. Gives it up to Jennings. And Van Far for 3. It's off the rim. Rebounded by Weekly, who draws the quick foul. I don't know whether I want to say this is a much different Van Far team or whether this is a much different Ellsbury team, but something is much, much altered since last time as Kinsler inbounds to Weekly in the backcourt. Josie Horn has snuck into the game on me. She does that. There's the bounce pass to Tyra Henderson, who is fouled by Katie Elsie. Her second. Weekly inbounds to Henderson. Henderson with the bounce to Kinsler over on the left side. And Kinsler's going to take it all the way in by herself.
Nice
The floater
job.
falls. The shot misses badly by Van Far. It's rebounded by Kinsler, who slows way down and passes to Henry, who had a shot. Weekly's going to take it instead. It's off. The jump ball will favor Van Far as number 30. Olivia Grady checks in, and once again, fans, I apologize if I'm butchering that last name. That's just the chance we take.
This is a bit more physical Ellsbury team than we've seen here lately.
Jennings steps in. There's the shot from the high post. It's no good. Rebounded by Tyra Henderson.
Smallest player on the floor.
Horn dribbles just inside before she's double teamed and has to quickly give it up to Henry. Henry to Kinsler near the top of the key. Kinsler over to Weekly on the right side. Weekly with the bounce into Henry, who spins nicely.
Nice move.
Yeah, and she's fouled on her way to the basket. Good heads-up play. And she might have busted a tooth or something. She's wiping blood away from her lip, or looks to be. All right, Kylie Kinsler and Kaylee Martin check in as Tess Weekly and Madison Kinsler take a seat. Nice pass by Kylie
Good move
Kinsler into
again.
Claire Henry. The basket would not have counted anyway, but she does draw the foul. The foul will go against Jordan Garner.
It's already her second.
Number 34, Gina Clausen, comes in as Garner takes a seat. Henry inbounds. Nope. The pass intended for Kylie Kinsler is knocked out of bounds. Excuse me, but I didn't see who touched it last. It must have been Van Far, as Kaylee Martin will inbound from the corner. And finds Josie Horn. Horn with that.
She's got it stripped away, but she gets it back.
Well, Horn has an awkward left-handed dribble, and people do know how to take advantage of that. Out of bounds, last touch by Van Far again. Horn with nowhere to go. Nicely done as Kaylee Martin fades back behind the timeline. Another heads-up play as Martin throws it off of the foot of Jennings, and Ellsbury will keep it. Kylie Kinsler inbounds to Horn, who nearly lost it that time. It's a foul on number 10, Reagan Case. And this one will send Josie Horn to the stripe. And we have already a mad Van Far fan down to our left.
Always makes for a fun game.
Horn misses the shot. Claire Henry,
No,
with a valiant effort.
foul on Henderson, I
Yeah.
think, on the rebound.
Yeah. Henry got way up there. She just timed it awkwardly and was a little too far back. Jennings on the outside, only 11 seconds left. Van Far probably looking for another three-pointer at the buzzer. Jennings is going to take it and miss everything. And there's the buzzer, ending the first quarter. Ellsbury leads 15-5, and we'll be back.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
A fresh 8 minutes, a 15-5 Ellsbury lead coming out. Ellsbury, Claire Henry, I think, is the only one that's come out. Henderson, Weekly, Martin, Madison Kinsler, and no Megan Hagemeyer, so Kylie Kinsler came out as well. And so did Josie Horn, my fault. Megan Hagemeyer, oh. Kaylee Martin gets down there and forces the jump. That shot came so close. It was just inside two-point range for Hagemeyer. This shot she normally doesn't risk taking.
Ellsbury full court press once again.
But Van Far smart enough to pass out of it rather than trying to dribble. Jennings now on the outside. Garner still out.
And throws it right to Madison Kinsler.
I was going to say I would call it a steal, but she was given it. Kinsler, a sloppy kind of lob there at the end. And that is a foul on Megan Hagemeyer, her first. It'll give Van Far the ball back as number 34. And number 30, Grady and Clausen sit down. Madison Kinsler now with an unnecessary foul, and her second. Yes, her second. Van Far, another inbounds pass, this time to Case. Case finds Jennings over on the left. And
moving screen.
Oh, I missed that one big time. Did you see it, or did you just?
I saw Kaylee Miller kind of get bumped, and it was either a blocking foul or a really good acting job on Kaylee's part.
Madison Kinsler sinks another one from way downtown, and it's 18-5. She has really come alive.
She's got 3 already, I think.
Another turnover as Van Far throws it into the hands of Hagemeyer. Here comes Weekly. Hagemeyer, take the shot, come on. Oh, it's off the rim. She's gonna hit that one of these times. And then she'll hit it 4 or 5 times after that. That's all it'll take.
Oh.
Ellsbury got away with one there. Van Far was left wide open at the baseline, right underneath. Weekly to Kinsler. Oh,
Madison. She wanted it.
Hagemeyer's bounce pass is out of bounds. Last touch by Van Far. Number 34, Clausen, comes back in.
Good position by Megan.
Nicely done. Weekly to Hagemeyer, and Hagemeyer just lays it in nice and easy. Garner back in, and the pass to Clausen. Clausen stepped out, and Ellsbury's going to get it back. Sydney Pickard checks in now for Ellsbury as Madison Kinsler gets a rest and a well-deserved round of applause.
Dangerous pass.
Kaylee Martin with a little too much force, and Van Far has the rebound.
Oh, she traveled.
Big time. There was a panic look on her face when she realized there was nobody in the front court to throw that ball to.
Sure there was. Tess Weekly was down there.
I should say no Van Far Indians in the front court. Martin with a great pass to Pickard at the top of the key. Pickard hands it over to Weekly. And Weekly's going to take it all the way in.
No, 3 seconds.
3 seconds on Ellsbury. Out of bounds as Clausen couldn't get to it for Van Far. Ellsbury gets it back. And we've got a timeout again taken by Van Far. We'll be back.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Coming out of the timeout, Ellsbury sends Kaylee Martin, Claire Henry, Megan Hagemeyer, Tess Weekly, and Sydney Pickard. Kaylee Martin for two. It's off the rim, rebounded by Hagemeyer. The bounce to Pickard, out to Weekly. Pickard. Oh, she's fouled. No, she took steps. I thought she'd drawn a foul on the shot attempt.
The way she sets her shot up, she kind of shuffles her feet before she does.
Jennings for three. That was the shot that wouldn't miss last time, and it won't fall for love or money tonight. Kaylee Martin fights her way out of a triple team. There's the pass to Pickard now on the left side.
Beautiful.
Oh, nice bounce pass to Claire Henry, who turns around and lays it in off the glass. Jennings for three
Short.
again. She might have just been inside too, I don't know. Out of bounds, Ellsbury gets it back once again.
Still not comfortable though. If she gets on, Van Far can close this lead pretty quick.
It's a 17-point Ellsbury lead. Pickard, another nice pass to Claire Henry.
Shot. Nice.
Wow, she is on it tonight. She knows exactly where she is, and she's not wasting any movement at all.
I'll tell you, Ellsbury is taking their time. They're not rushing anything, and it's paying off.
There's a steal by Weekly. The bounce to Martin. Martin to the glass.
Oh,
she rushed
a little
it.
too hard.
Out of bounds, Van Far gets it back. And Josie Horn and Kylie Kinsler check in for Sydney Pickard and Kaylee Martin. This team is really going to miss Kaylee Martin. She is the Rocky Balboa of the Ellsbury Lady Indians. She just
takes a terrific beating.
Yeah, and then always comes back and hits harder than the knocks she took. Another three misses for Van Far. Jennings from the top of the key. That one, yeah. I hope that's just a fluke. I hope she hasn't found her groove. It's 24-8. Megan Hagemeyer, yep. Van Far for three. It's off the rim. They get the rebound. That's Clausen. She kicks it back out to Jennings. Garner now with the head fake.
She almost traveled.
She did.
Oh, hey, she's got a hold of her arm.
And somehow Josie Horn came away with that after an ugly clash for the ball.
Van Far got away with a hold on Kylie Kinsler.
Oh, and that time Claire Henry spun around into a triple team and then was a little too eager to get the ball back. I don't blame her.
Shades of her sister from what I hear.
No, if her sister was in this game, all three of those Van Far players would be in comas right now. Tyra Henderson comes back in for Ellsbury. The charity shot hits for Van Far. That's Reagan Case at the stripe. Just over a minute remaining in the half. Case buries them both. Horn inbounds to Weekly in the backcourt. There's the pass to Hagemeyer over on the right side. Hagemeyer to Kylie Kinsler, back out to Horn. Weekly now for three. It's off, and three Van Far rebounders to one for Ellsbury. The math just wasn't in our favor, and here comes Jennings. There's the bounce out to Case, and Case gives it right back. Garner now on the outside.
Oh. Nope.
And Megan Hagemeyer.
Waiting for one of those elbows again.
Yeah, she was either going to draw the foul or knock Clausen out cold. And she drew the foul with 22.3 seconds remaining. And the shot bounces in. I almost think Hagemeyer was trying to miss on purpose because she charged after that shot like she expected it not to fall. That one doesn't.
Josie Horn tried to tie that one up and got called for a foul.
That is Horn's first, and it sends Clausen to the stripe. So turnabout is fair play. We've got a lane violation
on Vandalia.
You don't see those very often. Madison Kinsler checks in for Josie Horn. Kylie Kinsler.
Oh.
And the shot doesn't fall. 6 seconds remaining for Van Far. Garner dribbles off of her foot, can't touch it again and knows it, but Case is there. And there's the buzzer. 25-10, an Ellsbury lead at halftime, and we'll be back in a few.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, Better Healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicinechoprx.com.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
right, fans, 51 seconds left in the halftime break. If you're just joining us, Ellsbury leads the Van Far Lady Indians 25-10. And if things keep going at this rate, this game will definitely be revenge for the defeat that Van Far handed us a while back.
Don't speak too soon. This third quarter depends the rest of the game. Sometimes having that little 10-minute break can really mess the team up.
Well, let's hope not. As Ellsbury sends out weekly Madison Kinsler, Kaylee Martin, Megan Hagemeyer, and Claire Henry. And we're going to go ahead and start this third quarter to music, apparently.
Apparently so.
That is a first.
Don't know who's got control of the radio.
There it goes. Madison Kinsler inbounds to Weekly near the timeline. That would have been interesting. I've never actually seen that happen. Hagemeyer now way on the outside. Dangerous pass to Kinsler, and they throw it away.
Would have been nice if it would have made it.
It didn't miss by much.
Nope.
Nice ball movement by Van Far.
Nice play.
Garner lays it in.
And now Vandalia with full court press.
And Weekly trying to dribble around it. I say this all the time, you pass your way out of the press. Claire Henry has been in the right place at the right time all night long. And that was no exception, 27-12 now.
They got to get it across. So they're gonna, there
and
it is.
They don't. Kinsler to Weekly, once again near the timeline. Van Far lays back off the press. There's a bounce to Hagemeyer at the high post. And the pass to Madison Kinsler results in a jump ball. Nicely done. The foul is on number 10, Reagan Case, her second. Hagemeyer inbounds to Weekly. Weekly gives it right back, but it's lost. Hagemeyer can't keep her hands on it, and here comes Jennings. All the way to the basket, 2-on-1. The shot doesn't fall, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Van Far. Now Ellsbury struggles to get it out of the backcourt. Madison Kinsler finally takes charge. There's the pass to Weekly. To the left of the key. Weekly holds on to it. There's the bounce to Hagemeyer at the high post. Hagemeyer's feet are frozen.
Beautiful,
a nice spin.
beautiful. Oh.
Did they call her for steps?
Got called for the reach around.
Reach around.
You can get away with that as long as the referee is not directly behind you.
Words to live by.
Well, just saying. if they don't call it, did it really happen? I like that Megan's finally taken the
initiative, yeah.
The initiative and said the other night against Louisiana she needed to go on the baseline, and she's tried that a few times tonight. So
Garner's floater doesn't fall. Josie Horn has once again snuck into this game. Kinsler kicks it back out to Hagemeyer for the long two. Megan's shot is off the glass. Here comes Jennings for Van Far. Van Far for three. That was number 24, Conaway. The shot didn't fall, and Ellsbury has it back. Out of bounds, last touch by Van Far. Hagemeyer takes a seat as Tyra Henderson comes back in. Horn to Kinsler, and Kinsler is fouled. That one's against Case, that's her third. Horn gets tied up, and the jump ball favors Ellsbury. Number 30, Olivia Grady has checked back in. Number 1, Garner is going to take a seat. It's a blocking foul on Jaylee Jennings. Her first. Tess Weekly and Megan Hagemeyer check back in. Kaylee Martin and Claire Henry take a seat. Hagemeyer has nowhere to go. Finally finds Weekly. Weekly for the three.
Oh,
it's in and out. Jennings with the bounce pass. And that is a foul against Tyra Henderson that I did not see.
They're calling them tight both ways.
Van Far steps in for the two. It doesn't fall. Rebounded by Madison Kinsler, who draws the blocking foul against number 30, Grady. Weekly with a football pass to Madison Kinsler that might pay off. No, Kinsler is blocked by Case. Ellsbury will get it back. Tyra Henderson is blocked but gets it back. Throws another one up from down underneath and it won't fall. Van Far has it back and here comes Jennings with 4:02 remaining in the third. Jennings, the shot is off the glass but she draws the block I think on Weekly. Yes. Tessa's second. Jennings hits the first. Kylie Kinsler checks in for Josie Horn. It's 27-13, a 14-point Ellsbury lead. Jennings hits the second as well.
No.
It worked again. Weekly with the football pass. And it's off the glass. She makes it 29-14. Garner goes to the basket. The shot doesn't fall. She's fouled by Madison Kinsler, her third. Kaylee Martin is set to check back in for Ellsbury as Garner hits her first free throw, and Martin comes in for Madison Kinsler. (29-15) now. Weekly inbounds to Henderson. She wanted
Thought
another
about
one.
it again.
Yeah, it's paid off 1 out of the last 2 times. So Weekly into Henderson at the high post. Henderson with the bounce to Kylie Kinsler, and it's out of bounds.
Looked like Kinsler got tripped up just a little bit, but they didn't call it.
Jennings dribbles off her foot, and it's in the hands of Weekly once again. Weekly is stripped by Garner. We have a foul, though. Oh, that one's going to go against Jennings. Her second. Case and Elsie check back in for Van Far. Conaway and Grady take a seat.
Nice pass. Oh.
Weekly hits the floor. The ball is out of bounds, and Van Far gets it back. Van Far for the 3 ball. It's no good, but they get the rebound. The putback doesn't fall. They get that rebound.
And she traveled.
And number 5, Elsie, traveled after she had it in her hands. Claire Henry comes in for Megan Hagemeyer.
You know, much like the Winfield game the other night, if Van Far was hitting most of their outside shots, this would be a different game.
Yes, it would. Weekly with another football pass, this time to Kaylee Martin. Martin takes it all the way down.
Beautiful.
The shot falls, and she draws the foul and bounces right back up from another hard hit. Kaylee's mom once again is going to hide her face during the charity shots. It worked last time.
I don't know what's going on here.
We've got a timeout taken by the officials, I think. We're going to stay with you.
I don't know what they're disputing. It was an obvious foul, but maybe not.
Well, they haven't even counted the basket, let alone the foul.
Basket's good. Okay.
All right, that's 31-15. The foul is on number 21, McDowell, her first. Martin hits the first and only, and it's 32-15. Van Far for the long 2. That one is off as well. Rebounded by Weekly. The pass to Henderson. Henderson off the glass, and it's good. Everything is coming up roses for Ellsbury tonight, and I love it. 2:08 remaining in the third. Henderson now with the pass to Weekly, and talk about momentum. The wind's been at Ellsbury's back since tip-off, just about. Weekly for the three. It's off. Garner draws the blocking foul. That'll be on Kaylee Martin. Grady and Conaway come back in as McDowell and Elsie take a seat. Garner with a nice spin and a shot off the glass. 34-17. Ellsbury now with twice as many points as Van Far. The pass from Kylie Kinsler to Henderson is lost, but it was a smart pass nonetheless, just mistimed. Van Far for three, no good. Out of bounds, last touched by Van Far. Sydney Pickard has come in for Ellsbury. And she panicked. And there's a timeout taken by Ellsbury. We'll be right back.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Sydney Pickard, Kylie Kinsler, Kaylee Martin, Tyra Henderson, and Claire Henry come out of the timeout for Ellsbury. Pickard struggling to inbound, finally finds Claire Henry. Henry with a nice pass to Henderson, who kicks it out, and Ellsbury starts the whole thing over again. Claire Henry off the glass. Beautiful.
Oh, she's still shoving. Oh.
And at the buzzer, the three-pointer falls for Van Far, giving them 20. So it's 36-20, and we'll be back.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, Megan Hagemeyer, Madison Kinsler, Tess Weekly, Anna St. Pierre, and Josie Horn are out for Ellsbury to start things off here in the 4th, which I already told you folks at home before. I just did it with our volume turned completely off. So another argument for at least 8 hours of sleep a night, ladies and gentlemen. Garner for 3. Oh,
off the board from the side.
That cuts Ellsbury's lead to 13. And I, for one, am not relaxed yet. I would like to see us 25 points ahead.
Lob it, lob it, lob it. There you go.
Nope, it's knocked out. Ellsbury will keep it, but it was knocked out by Grady. Weekly's pass to Horn nearly broken up. Van Far's determined not to go quietly into that good night. St. Pierre now, nicely
nice
done.
Pass. Oh.
Hagemeyer loses it. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellsbury. Nicely done, though, by Anna St. Pierre. Just couldn't capitalize. Oh, Garner.
There you go.
With the offensive foul.
Finally got her with the elbows.
She's an aggressive ball player. She's gotten away with it all night long, nearly. And she is madder than a hornet now. Josie Horn with another bounce intended for Hagemeyer. It's lost again, and Van Far's going to get it back. Garner for the 3, and it's off. Rebounded by Madison Kinsler. That's one that when it left her hand, I wasn't sure. Sometimes you can tell, but Kinsler loses it off of her foot, but saves it and gets it to Weekly.
Oh. Somehow that went in.
And Weekly drew the blocking foul against number 30, Grady. It's 38-23. Kaylee Martin and Claire Henry come back in. Weekly's shot misses, rebounded by Garner for Van Far. Jennings for the 3, and it's off. Rebounded by Hagemeyer, who somehow gets it into the hands of Kinsler. But Kinsler, facing enormous pressure from Jennings in the backcourt, finally moves it across and gets it to Weekly. Weekly has it knocked away. She gets it back. There's the pass to Kinsler, who has it stolen.
Claire Henry.
Claire Henry. That's her 3rd, and it'll put the ball rather back into the hands of Van Far. Nice ball movement by Van Far to
She
get it into
elbowing
Garner.
again.
That one's going to go back to Ellsbury. Weekly with a dangerous pass to Hagemeyer. Ellsbury hangs on, but Weekly draws the foul as she dribbles into the high post. It's going to go against number 5, Elsie. Her 4th. Weekly sinks the first. The second one is a miss. It's 39-23. Van Far misses the shot from underneath, and here comes Hagemeyer.
Oh.
With the carry. Everybody knew it. Tyra Henderson comes in for Megan. You can hear the bench hollering, "It's okay, Megan, they aired the ball up too much." Oh! I guess they're just going to let that happen. Van Far misses again. They get the rebound. The putback doesn't fall, but they draw the foul. Garner and Henderson hit one another, and it was the immovable object versus the unstoppable force. But that last foul did go against Henderson. Van Far sinks the first charity shot. I can't see the number for the ponytail. That's happened a lot to me this year. The second shot misses. That's number 5. That's Elsie. Van Far misses the shot, but draws the foul again, I think. That's going to go against Claire Henry, and it will send Jennings to the stripe. Jennings misses the first off the front. Hagemeyer checks back in. This time Claire Henry takes a seat. The second shot falls. It's 39-25. 4:06 remaining in the game. Weekly went to the basket 3-on-1 and drew the foul against, did they say 23? Jennings? Her 3rd. Weekly hits the shot from the charity stripe, making it 40-25. Actually, she buries both. It should be 41-25. They have not changed the scoreboard. There it is, 41-25. 3.5 roughly remaining in the game. Kinsler with possession. There's the pass to Hagemeyer at the high post. She kicks it back out to Weekly over on the left side. Weekly dribbles in, and the long two didn't fall in off the glass. Van Far has it back. I think that was deflected off of Tess Weekly's leg. Madison Kinsler nearly stole that one away. Van Far hung on barely. Case for the long two. It's off the front, rebounded by Kaylee Martin. Oh, and there's a steal by Van Far. Case goes all the way down. Madison Kinsler and Kaylee Martin combined to knock that one away from her. Anna St. Pierre and Sydney Pickard check back in now as Megan Hagemeyer and Madison Kinsler take a seat. Out of bounds again. It'll stay with Van Far. All right, that's going to send Garner to the stripe for Van Far. Josie Horn comes in for Ellsbury as Tess Weekly takes a seat. All right, Tyra Henderson has it now for Ellsbury. She is looking to slow it down and hand the ball over. I don't know, I think she should have taken it all the way in. 2:13 remaining. Jennings on the outside for Van Far. There's the bounce. Inside intended for Elsie, I think. But not to be. Ellsbury's going to get it back with under 2 minutes remaining. The score 41-26. Oh, Josie Horn's looking a little too hesitant. It is out of bounds, but last touch by Van Far, so we'll get it back as Grady checks back in and Elsie takes a seat. Oh, Horn loses it. Off the dribble. They're saying last touch by Van Far again, though. There's a turnover, and here comes Jennings for Van Far. The bounce pass to Case. Case for three. No good. Rebounded by Kaylee Martin, who I thought was fouled. Nice job holding onto the ball down there. That's not easy to do. And Pickard is fouled. The foul's going to go against Jennings. That's her fourth. She's had a much different game than she did at Ellsbury a little while back, thank goodness, as Madison Kinsler is going to check back in. as is Kylie Kinsler. Pickard misses the first charity shot as Madison Kinsler and Kylie Kinsler come in for Kaylee Martin and Tyra Henderson. Pickard misses the second one as well, and Kylie Kinsler knocks it out of bounds, fighting for the rebound. The blocking foul against well, at any rate, it sends Garner to the stripe. All right, the miss, and it's rebounded by Madison Kinsler. Okay, now I think the scoreboard is finally corrected. A minute 14 remaining. The last foul was against number 32. The score 41-26. We've got a timeout, and we'll be right back.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back out of the timeout. And we had a little child run out onto the court, I think, right in front of the ref. So at any rate, for Ellsbury, Sydney Pickard, Kylie Kinsler, Josie Horn, Anna St. Pierre, and Madison Kinsler. The Lady Indians with possession. Horn now gets it into the hands of Kinsler with right about a minute left in the game. Kinsler to Horn. It was nearly lost, but Josie hung on. Madison with the bounce into her cousin. It's off of her feet. .49 seconds. Van Far on the outside now, and they nearly throw it away. That time it's knocked out of bounds by Kinsler. 37 seconds remaining. 41-27 the score. Josie Horn with a nice baseline drive, but loses it underneath the basket. Under 10 seconds remaining. Van Far takes a shot at the buzzer, but this one doesn't fall. So once again, our final 41-27 in favor of Ellsbury's girls. We'll be right back.
The bank
I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right, fans, welcome back, and we are joined by our People's Bank and Trust player of the game, Claire Henry. And Claire, I won't keep you up here very long. I know you got to get back to your team. I've got just 3 questions for you.
All right.
The first, I want you to tell me what was different about this game you played against Van Far tonight, because they pretty much had your number back at home a week or so ago, and it was a much different story. How did things get written for a different ending here tonight?
I think we came out like knowing that we wanted to go right in this tournament, and we came out stronger, and we knew what defense we had to do to shut them down and win the game.
Okay, so now I have 4 questions. I lied. So what exactly did you change defensively to shut down Jennings and Garner? Because they were the ones that combined to hurt you really badly at home.
Yeah, we went from a 1 defense to a 1-3-1. So, yeah.
Had you scouted them and seen them play other teams where that worked, or was that just something you were hoping would shut them down on your own?
Well, from playing them the previous time, we learned that kind of the way their offense was set up, that 1-3-1 would work, and we just actually learned it yesterday at practice, so I think we did a pretty good job at, starting off. And
I would agree. My second original question was actually going to be to kind of walk back to the beginning of the season when you would get the ball in the paint, and then from up here, and it's easy to say from up here, from up here it looked like you were always in a hurry to get rid of it. You would touch it for just a second and then look for somebody else.
Yeah.
All of a sudden that's changed, and you're ready for the ball, and you know exactly where you are when you catch it, and everything is different. What's been going on with you?
Thanks. We actually in practice have been doing like way more ball handling, and I think not only me but like the whole team is way more confident with how they handle the ball and going up with it and shooting and everything.
I would definitely agree. My last question is kind of an embarrassing one. Up here earlier, you were triple teamed, and I compared your temperament to Emma's, your sister, and I jokingly said that if she had been in the game, all 3 of those defenders would have been in comas.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not that that's necessarily a good thing, but it's definitely a difference, and I wondered how you would sum up the difference between your 2 temperaments.
Well, Emma's like very quick to be like mad at something. I'm more kind of calm until something really makes me mad, and then I'll kind of then I'll give him the foul, but the technical, or I'm like gave it to him, but yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to point out anything embarrassing by drawing attention to the disparity, but I always like to say, boy, if that'd been Emma, there might be an ambulance already out in the parking lot. Like I said, that's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, just a difference. Well, I'll let you get back down to your team, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Once again, our People's Bank and Trust player of the game, Claire Henry. Good job tonight.
Thanks.